I'm Francesca Fenton with Catholic News Agency, and I'm here at the premiere of Season 5 of The Chosen, Last Supper. This season focuses on the events of Holy Week, starting with Jesus' triumphal entry into Jerusalem and ending with Judas' betrayal in the Garden of Gethsemane. In just a moment, the cast will be joining us and sharing what they're most excited for fans to see this season.
I think the fans will really get a kick out of the table flipping scenes and the temple cleansing scenes. It's a side of Jesus that we haven't depicted before, and in a way that I don't think has ever really been captured on film and in television before. And to the extent that we actually cover it scripturally and otherwise.
Well, tonight we start you off with a fire hose. I will advise anyone who comes to the show in theaters to not be late, because from moment one you are in it, and it's emotional and it's intense. And this whole season is a powder keg, and we like light the match right away on right off the bat. And you're also going to see a few big scriptural moments just in part one of season 5. So this is going to be an exciting night.
In season 5, we see Tamar settle into her space. We see her kind of fully realized. I believe that she spent so much of her journey trying to be important in some way, and I feel like she has finally released that. Because if we remember season 3, when she has that conversation with Mary, she's like, why are you still holding on to this? God forgave you. Jesus forgave you. Well, she's kind of doing the same thing in her quest to belong and have purpose. Like she's not just being present because Jesus already told her she was enough by her being there. And so we get to see her fully live in that in season 5 and really see a really beautiful bond of sisterhood as well.
The Last Supper. I mean, come on. Like, we had Annie Leibovitz. It's going to be good. It's going to be better than they expected. Not only are we going to give them what they expected, but they're not going to see it coming. How can you do that? They know everything, and they will still not see it coming. This one is really, really good, guys. And I say it every year, but this year it's like I was messed up in the first 5 minutes. So There it is.
I would just say the triumphant entry, because I just don't think that any show has kind of depicted it the way that we have. And it's Last Supper, I know. I can't give the same answer, it's boring.
It's fine.
I want to say something. But yeah, I would say that because people forget what this week was supposed to be. They kind of focus on the end part. So yeah, that was quite a special moment, and we actually could not have done that without our fans who were kind of there as our scene partners, and they really amped up the energy for us.
Is there a favorite line or scene that you have that just has meant a lot to you?
It sounds like an easy answer, but I think for me it really comes down to that first entrance, because it's even thinking about it just makes me emotional. It has so much weight. And it can apply to so many things. When Jesus meets Mary Magdalene at her lowest, and he puts his hand on hers in the bar, she's about to take another drink. You know, in our story, she's suffering with addictions, probably one of the demons that were asserted to her in our story. And he says, that's not for you. And depending on how you phrase that sentence, it could mean a number of different things. It can apply in a number of different ways. So I think that still kind of reigns as one of my favorites, if not my favorite line so far.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the Come and See Foundation for those who might not be familiar with it?
Sure. We're a nonprofit, and we exist to be able to make it possible for 1 billion people to experience the authentic Jesus through The Chosen. And so our main goals are 3. First of all, we raise money for production, and so that the production can maintain at the highest quality. And that includes not just the crew and the actors and all that, but what we're experiencing today, making sure that it's done well and it can be shown to as many people as possible. So we do that. And second is translation. And the Chosen is unique in that we already broke the record as a TV series for the most translated TV series in history. You know what record we broke?
A crazy amount.
Baywatch. That held the record at 50. We went past 50. For the first 4 seasons. We're actually actively working on 125 languages and have about 70 that we're actually done with. And it's just amazing. And these are dubs. These are professional actors who are brought into the art of dubbing and translation. So we translate it, but it's very carefully done. And our goal is 600 languages, which would be 95% of the world that would be their heart language. And that's a massive goal. That's never been even closely done like that. So that's the second. And the third thing is we work through ministries and the church, like our wonderful friends at Catholic Church, to help take it to the world. And we were in Manila just this last October for a big conference, and we worked with, and I'm very proud to say that we had Archbishop at the time, Ambo David, from the Philippines, who is president of the Council of Bishops there in the Philippines. He came and brought greeting on behalf of the church, and we showed a screening of season 3, the Walking on the Water scene, which is the last episode, and he was just a delight, and he actually talked about that The Chosen unleashes our imagination. And there's a beautiful practice, as you know, called the St. Ignatius Contemplation, where you imagine yourself in the story. And doesn't The Chosen do that so beautifully that it invites us, what would it be like to have been there with these other people? Because we can identify with these wonderful characters that are biblical, but there's more dimension in terms of, in the story, where they're thought. So we had a wonderful, wonderful experience there. And we believe that, quite honestly, the Catholic Church is the key to getting it to the world. It really is. I mean, because half the world's Christians are Catholic, right? I mean, we need you all. We need to be together in this. And places like Brazil, it's just incredible. The Philippines, we were in Poland last year for a premiere. And so we just value so much our relationship. And of course, Jonathan Roumie, what can I say? I mean, he is such a beautiful example of the kingdom of God and representing the church, but also just his own personal story is just so beautiful, and we love Jonathan and pray for him, because that's a sobering task that he has, but he's doing it so well with such integrity, and may I say with humility. I like to say Jonathan doesn't take himself too seriously, but he takes the part and the role very seriously, and we're just so proud to be a part of what Come and See Us, to be able to. We've had, just for season 5, which we're seeing tonight, 105,000 donors from 150 countries contributed to make this possible, so the show could be produced and then translated and then distributed to the world. So we're excited to be here.